So I thought I'd try this new thing called streaming. And I'm hoping it's working. I hope you guys can hear the music. I don't know. It has been so long that I don't even remember what I'm doing anymore. Hi, guys. Not me. How are you? It has been a minute, hasn't it? How are we all doing? Brand new to the streaming scene. Thought I'd get in, while FM24 is hot. Ooh, not me back with the prime. Yeah, so we are ramping up for, thank you very much, by the way, 17 months. We are ramping up for the release of FM26. Now, here's the thing. FM26 honestly is coming out at the worst possible time for me personally. Because I am involved in extracurriculars that the week of November the 4th, I am going to be busy each and every night. Well, until the weekend. But here's what my plan is. So because I'm busy at night, and I typically work on Tuesday nights, I've actually taken off on every Tuesday night for it's like a 3-week period. Beginning October the, what is that first couple weeks from now? October the 21st. Now, that's also exactly 2 weeks before FM26 is scheduled for wide release. So that seems to be a potential prime candidate for the day that the beta is released, the early access. Hopefully. Maybe there'll be a little bit before that. Lelujo seems to think it's going to be the Friday before. I don't know if they're going to do it on the weekend or not. But yeah, so the idea is going to be I'm going to stream when I can. However, I will be available most of the day until around 6 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday, the 4th of November. So my plan is to stream from somewhere, depending on how quickly I can get everything downloaded and installed. I'm planning to start streaming that day around noon Eastern. And I'm also planning on doing the same for the Tuesdays prior. Now, there may not be a lot of nights that I'll be able to do things. And obviously days are difficult with work, but I will be actually taking off work on those Tuesdays. So at the very least, we will have beta streams. And we will be here for the actual first day, the first day of release, but we will not be in our normal nighttime slot. Because it won't be until mid-November when that really begins to settle down. I know it's a lot to throw at you right off the bat, but just wanted to get that out there. And I can't believe that we're back. I wanted to stream last night, but I was starting to not feel so great, which seems to be a common theme with me. By the way, how's the mix with everything? You hear the voice, you hear the music, yes? Everything's fine. I'm hoping. Fingers are crossed. And yeah, it's been a couple of months. Essentially what happened in a nutshell. I mean, there's nothing major that happened, although I am working on getting most of my personal crap squared away. That has been a long process. Those guys who have been following the channel long enough are aware. It has been an issue. I still have a roommate. I'm still in the same location, as you can probably tell. Still have the closet doors behind me with my scarves. I turned the lights on for the first time in absolute months. So glad for that. But the scarves have remained in place with the exception of the Everton scarf, which I did take down and take with me to Chicago when I was there for the Premier League Summer Series. Top half team, by the way, up the Toffees. I do plan on moving house hopefully in the next 6 months. Hopefully that will be able to actually take place. That's not 100% in my hands. Yeah, but so essentially what happened, so I had started not long before, back in July, but not long before I left for Chicago, I started actually doing not one but 2 series on YouTube, and I wanted to focus on that. I wanted to grow that audience. I wanted to grow that channel. Here's the issue with that. I was doing that, and working a full-time job, by the way, going balls to the wall. Then I went on vacation, and while I was on vacation, I was still playing Football Manager because I could only get so far ahead, and I'm literally playing an entire season in a couple of days for the Velocnia save. And I came home. I continued to produce that series. I think I only got through season 4 before I left. And I was working on it, and then I got to the middle of season 9, and I'm just like, it's not that I had any kind of a breakdown or anything, but I was like, I can't keep up. Something has got to give. And it ended up being all of it. And I was like, I literally was burning the candle at both ends, and I absolutely positively burnt myself out, and I burnt myself to a crisp. So much so to the point where I have not played a lot of Football Manager since. Did play a little bit more of in fact, all I've played of Football Manager is a little bit more of the Director of Football save, but not for the purpose of recording, just to kind of get through and see how things were going. So yeah, I've missed it. And of course, I was highly skeptical of how things were going. Honestly, yeah. And I was loving, that was the thing. I started doing the 2 series because I was loving playing the game. I was happy to play the game constantly. I didn't have an issue. It started, though, the issue for me started as I was actually flying to Chicago. When I went, I realized it was just a little bit more money for me to upgrade to first class than it would be for me to check a bag and select a seat. So I sat in first class. The only problem was the outlet in the seat. One of the reasons why I did it is because you've got your own outlet. The outlet at the seat did not work. So I could not charge my laptop. So I couldn't play. I was planning on playing on the flight. Got to turn my fan up a little bit. It still gets god-awful hot in this room. I got my birthday present, too. I'm not going, all over the place, but this little Everton mug from one of the kids. And, I even got an Everton keychain from the other, so they know they know how to butter my bread. So that kind of set me back. And then I'm sitting going, all right, I got to play a little bit while I'm at the hotel. But I'm in Chicago. I'm having a grand old time. I'm going to Phillies games. I'm going to the Premier League matches. I'm checking out the city. I'm going on architectural tours. I'm doing all these things. I don't want to be spending my time sitting in the hotel playing Football Manager. Not that I don't love playing Football Manager. So I ended up having to play quite a bit when my flight was delayed coming home. And I now realize you guys have heard none of this because I literally have not streamed since before then. I haven't even opened this save up before today. I remembered we were in first place, but that's all I remembered. I don't know who's on this team. I don't even know what formation I'm using. There are 8 matches left, so we are going to play through most likely the remainder of the season. But then the news started trickling out about FM26. So first, the last video I put up on YouTube really was, aside from the final installment of the Velocnia save, season 8. Was this the 3 strikers? Let's find out. It was. 3 strikers, 2 CMs, a DM. Nick Schreider is not going to be able to play in the next match. And a back 4 with the wingbacks providing the width. Yeah, so basically this was a system very similar, or I adapted this system in its own way into the Velocnia save. So it did live on. But for those of you who don't remember, the purpose of this save was we were doing an Outcast Icon style journeyman save where we could not manage any team that had made it to a European final. And we were adding the teams as we went through who were making it to those finals as teams that we could not play. I'm like, there's something on the Discord. It's just the auto announcement that I'm streaming. Guess what, guys? I'm actually streaming tonight, believe it or not. Yeah, I was going to last night. I was just exhausted. It's been having some issues at work. Nothing that I did personally. Oli Girth. Let's put Oli Girth in. When is the next match? I think we just played Nuremberg, right? Yeah, we just played Nuremberg. So the last video, aside from the final velocity save I did, was the holy crap, we've actually heard something about FM26. Yeah, the silence has been broken. And since then, we have actually gotten news. And I gotta say, I'm kind of excited again. I am looking forward to FM26. Part of it is, I don't want to say morbid curiosity, because that's not the right way to put it. Part of it is what we are seeing too good to be true? Or is what we are seeing exactly what we're going to get? And I think that, well, that's kind of why I wanted, with the stream. So I have pre-ordered. I have officially pre-ordered. And as you see in the chat, I do have a pre-order link where you can save extra money. It's the same deal you get with any of the other guys. If you want to support somebody else, fine. It does support the channel. But I am very glad to be able to provide this service, because it makes me feel like a real boy. Yeah, now they have said that, I mean, it's built upon the mechanics of the current match engine. They do say that tweaks have been made. Now, I'm hoping it is more than just the animations, although that, to me, that does go a long way. There has been talk about, and I'm working from memory, I don't have any of the blog posts in front of me. Ball carrier standing up defensemen and making other kinds of moves, and the way that the dribbling mechanics work has been improved. The passing mechanics have been improved. The shooting mechanics have been improved. And I really hope to God all that is true. I hope that I personally am someone who can, and I know I'm kind of jumping all around. It's as things come to my head. If you've been here before, that's kind of how this works. I'm hoping that I will benefit greatly from the in possession, out of possession, and the visualizer seems like it could be really cool. Because right now, I've been not making tell you this. I make tactics based on how I think they are going to work, how they should theoretically work with the roles that I have assigned to the individual positions, and a lot of that does play out, but you kind of need to think three-dimensionally a little bit to make these kind of things really, really work for you. And not everybody can do that. And someone like myself who doesn't have a ton of experience with this, I do have very limited amounts of ability as far as coming up with these kinds of tactical brainstorms where you're not just falling into those old habits. And I feel like I do that quite a bit. I'd like to be able to... I'd really like to be able to experiment a bit more. And I think with something like the visualizer, it would certainly help. Like, I am always afraid to make changes. I'm not talking about like minor changes where I'm like, this guy's a ball-winning midfielder. Let me see how he works out as a DLP. Not like that, but like actually honest to goodness, using multiple tactics at one time. Not just changing within a game, but being able to tailor what I do to the individual opponent. I think right now, FM24 and 23 and those that came before, you didn't need to do that as much. You could find a tactic that hits and stick with it. This one's a perfect example. We've hit on this tactic. We've lost 3 matches all season. 26 have been played. We've lost 3, and I'm not going to put a Poku in. We don't want him anymore. And there's no variation with this. The only variation is who is playing where. And I honestly don't remember if some of these guys on the bench really should be out there. Like, Sebastian Grois, I remember we brought him in. Now, is it because Farshi wasn't playing well? He wasn't happy? I'm hoping that they're different. I really am. I know there was some article that I really should be wearing. So I started wearing contacts too, but not now. I still gotta work it out because right now I try to do it where they're not like the progressives, like the lenses. And we made an adjustment with one of my eyes so I could actually still see my phone. But what it did is it turned, like, I can't work. I need to wear reading glasses for work. Because if I'm wearing the contacts, because I can't see that distance. Now, I could see, theoretically, this screen, because it's big enough, but maybe I might not be able to read the printing. But there was an article that Miles was quoted in saying that, yeah, if you've got the personnel for it, sure, a gegenpress will work, but it's not designed to be. In this coming iteration of FM26, it's not designed to be that OP tactic that will just win in any situation with any team. If that's true, great. If it's not, well, I don't know. I'm kind of with you there. Let's leave the same team. We'll see how these guys do. Guys, welcome back. We are playing Football Manager on stream. And if you're here on YouTube, welcome in as well. Although I don't think there's anybody here on YouTube at the moment. Well, and I think a perfect example of that is Everton. Everton was a team that under the previous manager did not really press. And now I still wouldn't call them a pressing team. But they do press. And their possession numbers now are better than they used to be. A little too good if we're going to analyze my football team. I think. See, I was watching the Bundesliga today, and it was Werder Bremen and St. Pauli. And especially because they were down by 1 and looking to try to get back into the match. St. Pauli had kind of pressing forward. There was obviously pressing. They were holding on to the ball. But there were a lot of guys in the middle third of the pitch. Guys willing to make runs. And I feel like Everton right now, we're too much of a wing play team. Like you get Grealish on the one side or Njai on the right. And they're out there and they've got the support of the fullback. But it's like the striker's in the middle, and he's always like on the further side away. So like if Grealish has the ball, then The striker is on, this half of the pitch when he's over there, and there just aren't enough guys to get service to. And I think that we need to play less peripherally when in possession. But that's just me. Again, I'm not an expert by any stretch of the imagination. Just a single shot on goal so far. HANSA Rostock with not a lot of play in the Hertha end. But Kvarshi's got it. Plays it out. Oh, picked off by Reese. Richter looking for his man. He's got Reese on that right side. Cuts it into the middle. Feeds it through and finds Shio Fukuda. Hertha Berlin taking a 1-0 lead, and it will count. That's the thing. I'm going to slightly disagree with you, but agree with you at the same time. Maybe that is why Kvarshi was benched. Great ball through to Fukuda, honestly. And Hertha Berlin is one of those teams that we're trying to hold off. They're currently sitting in third. I think this will move them up in the second. It will, and it puts them just 2 points behind us if this result holds. And Ruger was the guy back, and maybe I should have replaced him. Let's see if we can do something off the corner, though. Unsold. Sending it in. A little bit low. Can't pick out Farshi. Egloff. Ruger. Brody with a shot. And that's blocked. Takes it away from Reese. Almost swept away. Brody still with it. Playing it back. Farshi across. Lozada. Leaves it for Ruger, who tries to pick out the top corner. Did Fran get a piece of that? He did. See, I think the problem with Everton's midfield is their midfield is good enough, but not great. Like, it's not terrible, which gives a little bit of a little complacency with how they can play, and I don't know. Like, I think I'm trying to justify it to myself, but Daniel Pulls is anxious. Why don't we pull him out and put in Vufak? And we're just going to make one chase. I guess what part of the issue... Well, the other big thing that I'm having an issue with now is Jake O'Brien. Like, I like him. I like how he plays hard. But he just... Like, when he's dribbling with the ball up the sideline, he's just, like, lost at sea. And the other issue I'm having is you got Michael Keane, who gives you just enough to say, okay, we'll give him one more game. Even though he historically will give you good stuff and then absolute shit. Lillian Egloff with a goal. I don't have any of my sound effects, by the way, because I can't seem to find the soundboard I created. So we got no goals. Golazo! Meanwhile, Shohei Ohtani, 0 for 2. Looks like he may strike out again. And losing 3-0. Phillies with a 3-0 lead in the top of the fifth inning. Vufak to throw it in. Landazuri, 56 minutes have been played. Girth, back for Kvarshi, into the middle. Lozada, back from Malzahund. I remember Malzahund. Ruger, Malzahund. Ruger, oh, he was making a run, but they come back for it. Cuts inside, finds Brody. It makes its way through. Penalty has been called, and a chance for HANSA Rostock to go up 2-0. I've also learned quite a bit of German since last time we were together. Who's taking it? Is that Unsold? Yeah, it is. Unsold steps up, shoots, and scores. Gets Kostin to go the wrong way. And HANSA Rostock takes a 2-1 lead. 12th goal of the season for Samuel Unsold. Oh, back with the ball here. Landazuri unsold through traffic. Oh, turns it over to Talib. Fukuda cutting through. God, Fukuda with it again. Keeps it away. Reese cutting into the bot. Guys, defense maybe, please. Getting back to the Everton midfield, though, I'm part of the problem is, trying to find a place with James Garner. Like he's our corner guy. He is, he's a set piece taker. And he plays hard. I think it's absolutely surprising to me. Now, I haven't seen enough of him to really formulate a true opinion. But how Osnu has not gotten any playing time at left back is absolutely beyond me. Like what did he do to prove that he was not worth the money we paid for him over the summer? I mean, I know he's young. He's only 19, but then again, there are plenty of 19-year-olds. Wait, HANSA Rostock in 12th or Everton in 12th? Probably HANSA Rostock, right? That's what we're talking about. All right, let's get some. Let's get David Arize in, and Oli Girth is feeling a little nervous, so Ibrahim Kaba will be our new pivot down there. And I think we're going to be fine. I mean, we entered play today in ninth. I think we would have benefited from a slightly better start against Liverpool. I think the second half we played very well in the derby, getting one back. I honestly think we should have won last on Monday. And it was kind of criminal that we didn't. Not saying that the refs stole anything from us or anything. I'm just, we should have had more opportunity than we ended up. Oh, come on, man. Ruger, this ball is just squeaking through everywhere. Landazuri finds Vufak and Kasten laying out to his right. I think at the end of the season, I don't think they're ever going to be talking about Everton in relegation this year. I mean, unfortunately, we got off to the slow start in the season where, losing 1-0 to Leeds. I think Landazuri needs to come out. Yeah, they really are. Although it was highly disappointing to losing in the cup to Wolves was highly disappointing. One, because we had beat them rather handily not long before, but I felt like our back, the non-starters just showed absolutely nothing. I'm really waiting for Tyler Dibbling to do something. I want to see what Asnu can do. I want Branthwaite back. They keep pushing back his return date. It was originally the 26th of September. Then it was October 2nd, and now it's October 19th. Our strikers need to show us something. Tierno Barry hasn't done anything. Beto has scored. Maxime Brode putting the nail in the coffin in early stoppage time. HANSA 3, Hertha 1. I was kind of rooting for... I gotta admit, I was rooting for Sunderland today. I watched the last 15 minutes or so of that match. This is Billy Joel. Billy Joel singing Wichita Lineman. Come on, man. All right, Henkel. Vufak. Make it 4. Lazada. Ooh. I'm still... I'm shocked that United won today. I'm shocked that Ruben Amorim is still in charge of United. Because frankly, like, his record through the first however many matches he's managed them is like the worst historically in that span in United history, or at least recent United history. Definitely the worst of the Premier League era. Burnley is Burnley. West Ham isn't great. We let them off the hook. I mean, honestly, even Liverpool hasn't looked great. They won their first 5 matches in the last 10 minutes. Like, they never ran away with anything. All right, we restored an 8-point margin over Hertha Berlin. Egloff got his first goal in over 11 hours. Vufak named player of the match. I mean, they're no longer in first place as of right now. It's pretty sad and pathetic, really. I think it just, I mean, to a certain degree, I think it just shows, parity in the league. A little bit more than we're used to. And to their credit, I mean, Spurs had a pretty good start to the season. But a lot of teams that you expected to be better, or at least have been better the last couple of years, your Brentford, your Fulham, Forest, they're all kind of in the middle. Crystal Palace is coming out of frickin' nowhere. So I'm excited to see that match tomorrow. That's actually going to be a pretty decent test. That's at Selhurst, I believe, correct? I mean, I feel like Everton dominated the match on Monday until they didn't. And that's an issue they've obviously had over the last couple of years, where they actually get out to these leads, or they play very well and maybe get unlucky, don't score a goal, and then all of a sudden find themselves down 1-0. That's exactly what happened earlier this week. Oh, we're paying more to Daniel Pools. All right, so Josh Kvarshi is out. You're right. I think that's why we picked up Sebastian Groys. A Ruger could be... I feel like we did this. I think we do that a little bit more. Maybe that's a better option. Oh, no. Ruger's a DM that we've been... Oh, it's starting to come back to me. Ruger's a DM, but we are literally training him to be a right back. That's why. Okay. All right. It's starting to make. I could also just look at like past matches to see who we played where. But that would be too easy, wouldn't it be? Meow, meow. Oh, and now we got an international break. But back to the initial conversation before I derailed myself, talking about Everton football. I also saw I didn't put this in the Discord, but I did retweet it. They have announced new leagues that are coming to FM26 as well. And we're not talking about the women's leagues. The women's leagues have already been announced. Morocco, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, trying to remember what the other ones were. Lithuania, and I want to say like Algeria. Maybe it's Algeria. But in actual, so I'm actually, that makes me even more excited for this year's Journeyman, because it does truly make African destinations a possibility. Because up until now, all you had on the continent the continent was South Africa. That was it. And I was kind of never really all that interested in South Africa. Because you want to know why I was never interested? Because they were always offering a job. Like, that was the easiest job to get with no badges, no experience. I think everyone and their grandmother this year who did a Journeyman got offered the job at Black Panthers in South Africa. Every single one. But I mean, like, we could play in Egypt. I can break out my Zamalek kit. I don't know if I have any for any of the other countries. I have gotten some new kits, too. I got a new, obviously I got this one, which it's kind of like an alternate kit. I noticed with the wavy lines for Atleti de Madrid. Don't know if you can see that. I got a new Bayern Munich one. This one's a Harry Kane kit. Where else did I get? I got some other interesting places. I have two. Now, they've confirmed that the Women's Champions League is going to be in game, correct? I mean, I just love that it's like that one... Oh, wait, that was... I think that was me. I mean, I agree. And I'm still waiting for the official word on international. Because you might remember that they took it out. They were taking it out for FM25. And they did say it would be back for 26. Now, obviously, 25 is just a bad fever dream. I would hope at the very least it is part of some kind of winter update. I do not think... And by then, it's honestly too late by then anyway, but I do not think you can release a football management game in a World Cup year without being able to play in that World Cup. And it's not enough to just have the World Cup going on in the background. Ooh, Alan Vespa has been called up to the Switzerland U21s. Ooh. Still 3-0, top of the sixth at Citizens Bank Park. And I really hope, because I heard, so there's something going. I didn't hear specifically about the national team. I know that there's issues with him and his recent injuries. He's back on the shelf at Barca, But are they thinking of dropping him from the national team as a result? I see. I don't really follow the international stuff. I literally took me 3 days to look up who they were calling up to the men's national team for this month's friendlies against Australia and whoever else they're playing. We'll send him to the specialist. He went to the national team with pain and instructions only play if needed, and he played him for 70-plus minutes every game and injured him for 3. Yeah. That's the whole problem with the current system. Not that there's a better system. I don't know if there's a better system. It's not like, baseball where there's an all-star game, or football with the pro, like where it's like one game and they really don't have these kind of. I mean, there are international tournaments, but like they're not playing the World Baseball Classic, during breaks in the Major League season. Oh, yeah, that's a problem. The National League manager coming out and saying, yeah, well, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. We are not going to be with Ole Girth. Now there's another international break. Barca said, oops, sorry, you're almost injured, so you can't go. Now, the issue is this pissing contest going to ultimately hurt Yamal? Is it going to get to the point where, to prove a point, the national coach is just going to not call him up for the World Cup? That's where you've got that fine line, because, how much is it the coach, the team, the player? Who's running things? Who's dictating those things? Michael Uwais scored a goal in the 40th minute to put the Union up 1-0 over NYCFC late in the first half. I was actually watching HANSA ROSTOCK yesterday afternoon on TV, by the way. That's one of the things that inspired me to come back. Like, actually seeing, now they're in real life, they're in the Drita Liga, which is the great thing. Like, for all you want to say about Disney and all that crap, ESPN literally has all the football. Not all the football, but a very nice helping of football. I don't care who the Wonder Kids are. We're not even a top team. I'm not worrying about these contracts. Who knows if we're even staying? So I literally, like, they've got the Bundesliga, they've got the Zweite Bundesliga, they've got the Dritte Liga. There is La Liga is available. Obviously, the Premier League I can just watch. No French, but who cares? I have also been playing a little EAFC just for now, because my subscription was still going, so whatever. I haven't played it very seriously. I've actually been playing with a primarily Everton-centric team. Like all of the evolutions I've done have been to Everton players, unless an Everton player just wasn't available for it. So I've got Jack Grealish, I've got Iliman Ndiaye, I've got Beto and Tierno Barry, I've got Carlos Alcaraz, Jordan Pickford's my goalkeeper, Jared Branthwaite, I picked him up. I've got some of the Everton women as well, whose names are escaping me. Oh, there's a Cam. She's been fantastic. So you're saying I could afford the Ligue 1 TV rights? I'll get the Ligue 1 rights and broadcast them on this channel. All right. Let's send our assistant. I don't really care about doing the press conference anymore. First and second for the Dodgers, 2 outs. Sanchez up to 92 pitches. Enrique Hernandez, the third baseman, stepping up to the plate. Come on, boys. Come on. Down low for a ball. It's 1-0. Sorry, I shouldn't do the play-by-play. I don't have the express written consent of Major League Baseball. Excuse me. Ah, crap. And just like that, it's 3-2. Well, the thing is, most of the world can't even name 5 Ligue 1 teams. I mean, there's Paris, like, that are in Ligue 1. I'm Paris Saint-Germain. There's Marseille. There's Lille. There's Rennes. And yeah, I'm like totally blanking on French teams. See, and I know you and I differ on this. I'm not a huge fan of watching La Liga. I don't know. I just can't. I don't know. I can't get into it. I love watching the German stuff, though. I was planning I was using AI to plan a potential trip to Germany. But I realized it was like at the end of January. So it was gonna be, I was gonna go to Cologne and catch them. I think it was gonna be Cologne and Werder Bremen or Wolfsburg. Cologne and Wolfsburg. While taking a little side trip to one of the other cities nearby. But then I'm like, do I really want to go to northern-ish Germany in late January? This is not a very good intake, is it? Ben Klimek 6'4", but he's slow. Can you get in the air? So what I might do, so I came across this this service. I can't think of what it's called off the top of my head. Sport Breaks, maybe, where it's basically a package for a match ticket and a hotel room, one night hotel room. So I was thinking of maybe trying to do this for the final match of the season at Hill Dickinson against Sunderland. Because that's the only match I can think of that is guaranteed to not change. Because the entire league plays at 2 p.m. on Sunday, May the 17th. maybe flying into Manchester, taking a little detour down to London for a couple of days, and then coming back up to Liverpool for catch the match, and then leave the following day from Manchester. Because I finally got my passport. I have a U.S. passport. I mean, I of course have a U.S. passport because I'm a United States citizen, but do we make any changes? Obviously, Groyce is in there. Ruger has been playing well. I mean, Serie A is another one. Like I don't have any rooting interests. Oh, Nick's Fighter is coming back. Well, that sounds fantastic. Yeah, so I think I may actually make my way to the United Kingdom of England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Late next spring. That's the hope. I really just have to do it. I just have to commit to doing it. That's my problem. Because I realized I've got 3 weeks and change of PTO that I really don't have any plans on taking. I'm taking those couple of Tuesdays in a few weeks. And no, I'm not taking them specifically to play Football Manager. It just worked out. I mean, it's ridiculous how much that I have. I mean, I wasn't feeling well. I left work early on Thursday. Or Wednesday. I'm sorry, Wednesday. Like, I was fine when I got there at 8, but then around 10, I was starting to feel kind of crappy. But I ended up still working a couple of... Like, I came home, I slept it off because, you know, it was a migraine, and that's the best way for me to feel better. Ruger's got it out wide, turns it back. Spider, cutting it across, Landazuri, unsold, turns, fires, and an easy save at the end of the day by Van Hilta. You already took 56 hours this year? Like, so I ended up signing back on for an hour, so I only ended up taking off like 3 hours of work instead of more. Because I'm the kind of person, like, if I can work, if I don't have to take the time off, then I'm not going to. So committing to take the time off, it's always weird. And a big part of that is, like, usually, so the last couple of years I've taken off that week between Christmas and New Year's. I'm actually not allowed to this year because I have the last couple of years, and I got to give other people the opportunity to use that time. Uh-oh. Theus on the counterattack. Gets past Spider, cuts it in, and tucks it past Ponoth. Matthias with his 5th of the year, and Rot-Weiss Essen with a 1-0 lead. Is my left-sided center back a ball-playing defenseman? Yes, he is. They both are. Are you thinking that that's where our troubles are lying? It doesn't matter whether it's him or Kvarshi? Well, you think it's the center back's fault or the guy who's trying to pass it to? Brody! Oh, that would have been a beautiful goal. Could have made that work. Meanwhile, Shohei is still on the mound for the Dodgers. Ooh, good block. I'm going to need to get some more coffee in a little bit. So I went up. So not me or anyone on YouTube. So what are you looking for most forward to with FM26 besides the fact that it's just new and it's not this anymore? Not that there's anything wrong with this. I mean, I and a lot of people have gotten a ton of mileage out of FM24. I've played the hell out of this game, and I've enjoyed it. And I'm sure most of you have as well. I'm not gonna make assumptions, of course. Oh, 1900. Now, to be fair, I did for the longest time. I would leave the game. I would leave the game because I was afraid of resetting the luck sometimes. I most definitely have thousands of hours in this game. I mean, I posted 400 plus FM24 videos. Pretty sure I didn't do a ton of FM23. And that doesn't even count the stuff I did offline. I had a ton of... So, and I'm hoping I don't do this with 26, but I also found myself, starting saves because I'm like, oh, I've never done this before. Let me do this. And not necessarily following through quite the way. Quite as much as I would have liked to have. And honestly, neither have I. Neither have I. And I feel bad because then it just leaves more unfulfilled promises on YouTube. That was hell of a finish by Chris Wishang. You know the one thing that we haven't seen? Or at least that I haven't noticed? We have not seen regen faces. We have not seen much in the way of that kind of thing at all. So while they're improving all of the graphics and animations, are they improving the area that is still look like Victorian children stricken by the pox? Sadly, you may be right. Unsold. Oh, Malzahun, get that down, son. That was not a good finish. All right, we're going to go more attacking. Ruger to Pools. Ruger, Landazuri. Nice triangles, guys. Grois across. Malzahund. Playing it back. Look how high their back line is, considering how deep we are. All right, win it back. There you go. They're very compact right now. There you go, over the top. Let's go. Get it in the middle. Back post. Only Jan. And right in the midst of Van Houten. Gonna demand more from our team, even though we know that doesn't do anything. Still fun. Ole Jan. Yeah, get him on the back foot. Get him on the back foot. Jan in the middle. Finds Lillian Egloff. And we get one back with 15 to play. Jamming out to Baker Street. That was actually a pretty nice square pass. Things generally pretty even in this match, except where it counts on the scoreboard. So, all right, start the counterattack. Let's go. Oy vey. It's a 2 for Vishung in this match, isn't it? Look at this blast. Right into the top corner. I mean, tremendous finish. Tremendous finish. Look how many guys they have in the box. Lozada! Oh, not the same finish. Green! How you doing, my man? Good to see you. That's right, we are back. Pules Egloff. No way. Oh. So I think a lot of the I think there are a lot of people out there still that are not skeptical, but they want to see what they get out of Football Manager before committing to it, which is one of the reasons why I'm looking forward to streaming it. I'm very willing to be that guinea pig for everyone. So that was terrible. But it's okay. Maybe it's because I sent the assistant. Maybe we should do our own damn press conference from here on out. But it is hard to be motivated. I mean, media prediction say from our team. I almost forgot where to find that. Sixteenth. So yeah, we're slightly exceeding expectations. So I'm happy about that. I mean, we just lost to a mid-table team on the road. So we lost in Essen. I guess it's kind of okay. I think at the very least we are pretty much guaranteed a playoff spot. But I would like to get automatic promotion into the Bundesliga for next year. Now, here's the thing. Is it really... How much more are we honestly going to be playing in this save? So it doesn't matter if we stay or we go. Would it be easier to just stay or more interesting if we go? Not that that's happening just yet. Well, also, I mean, I haven't played this in God knows how long. I think June 1st was the last time I loaded up this save. But, I mean, I haven't even really been mode. I've been in a couple of streams lately, like... Just the whole motivation surrounding all of it. Now, the reason could be you could port it over into the new game, but who... Are we really going to do... I don't really intend on doing that. I mean, one of the reasons why I'm here tonight is I feel like it would have been weird to just like pop back up and go, hey, here's FM26. Now I'm back. So we have a 6-point lead over Nuremberg, 7 over Hertha for that playoff spot. And then Holstein Kiel with 6 matches left to go. We're 10 points ahead of them. So I think if we can... I think we win our next 2. We're pretty much guaranteed a spot in next year's Bundesliga. You're so vain. You know, coming back on a Saturday night. You know, it's just a matter of... It was about time and it had to be done. And also, you know, I'm putting out there that, like, I'm offering the coupon code and it supports the channel. Like, I wanted you guys to actually have something to support. You know, and not just be lip service. How did you win $250? You're so vain. I did see the picture. Where were you? Like Oklahoma City? Where was that? Where was that tournament that the pictures were? I don't even remember if that was on my Discord or somebody else's. Oklahoma City. We'll just have the director of football sign whoever they want to sign. Oh, you've been raking it in with the Magic. So you're getting paid to not work, and you're getting paid while not working. That's awesome. Bet you think this song is about you, don't you? Don't you? Well, I guess I can relate to that in a little bit. Not that we're talking about a ton of money, but... I mean, I also need to justify my my kit purchasing habit. First and second, nobody out. The 1-2 pitch to Shohei Ohtani. All right, we're doing the press conference because last time we got killed. Down the middle, struck him out again. Huge strikeout from Matt Strom. There's a guy dressed up as Santa Claus in the stands. Yo, getting a raid from the normal bloke from Sheffield. I was about to go get more beverages. Normal bloke, I was actually in your stream last week. Just popped in. I don't think I said anything. I think I was just doing the full lurk, but starting to poke around Twitch again. I got a new phone back the beginning of August, and I hadn't actually opened up Twitch, so I wasn't getting notifications. It has been a while. This is actually my first stream back in quite some time. So we're revisiting our old journeyman save, where we are currently with HANSA ROSTOCK in the Zweite Bundesliga in Germany. Currently sitting first place, 6 matches left to go. We did just lose kind of week 1, 3-1 to Rot-Weiß Essen. But we are, I believe, 2 victories away from guaranteeing automatic promotion into the Bundesliga for next season. We're doing an Outcast Icon style of save. Oh my God, that was quite some time ago. I mean, I don't think I've opened this save since June. Oh, foul! Thank God. All right, let's demote the defender here. I mean, do we go with the? Trying to fade, yeah, I alone love you. Had we made changes to the strikers? Oh yeah, Lazada was pretty good. You are very welcome, and thank you very much for raiding into my stream. And I know I know you're not local, so if you need to raid and run because it is quite late, I understand. 2 outs. Pop-up caught by Bohm. Top of the 7th in Philly. It's 3-2 Phillies over the Dodgers. I mean, yeah, let's just go with these guys. And then after this match, I'm going to go get more coffee and water. Red Star, thank you so very much for the follow, by the way. I'm not getting any of the alerts in my head, so. Oh, I do those before, because I stream on YouTube as well at the same time. So I've got, I just created, I mean, it's the same one. I just changed the frickin' number. Although every time I go to a new place, so it's an Outcast Icon style save where we're doing a journeyman. We cannot manage any team that has been to a European final. The other wrinkle we threw in is that we are only able to get 1 coaching badge per team. That encourages us to move around a little bit more. Oh, come on. Teoscar Hernandez. 3-run home run. It's 5-3 Dodgers. Son of a... Now, I mean, when I do go to a new team, I put the logo of the old team. Kind of, it's like a map of Europe, so... Come on, guys, get it back. But what's the point of having a 3-0 lead? You just can't hang on to it, ever. Egloff. Oh, what a feed through. Unsold, though. Blasts it into the stands. Oh, my Lord. So, how was your stream tonight, Sheffield? You doing okay? are still suffering the trauma of that Champions League loss. We have the only 3 shots on goal. Darmstadt, meanwhile, sitting 5th on 48 points. Malzahund pushing it forward. Vufak back to Malzahund. Gives up some ground, but then able to find Vufak out to the right. Malzahund again. Into the middle. Groys. Try things on the left side now. Puls. Doesn't really have a passing outlet, so he'll carry it deeper. Playing it into the box. Unsold. Oh, Sam Unsold hitting his 13th of the year off of that outside post and in. Queen of the South and Scottish Championship now. I was watching your Queen of the South save. And aiming to get them into the Prem before FM26 is unleashed. I mean, honestly, I'm only here tonight because I didn't want my first stream back to be FM26. Like, I kind of wanted to get my sea legs under me again. But I'm finding it very hard to be motivated. Now that I know that FM26 is so close. We are potentially a week away. We are less than 2 weeks away. We have to be less than 2 weeks away. Offside? 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 He's not offside. We have to be no more than 2 weeks away from the beta access, because we are now within a month of the release of Football Manager 26. How unreal is that? Now, we thought we were here a year ago, but we actually, honest to goodness, are their first shot on goal of the match too. Oh, come on. Come on. Good save by Ponoth. But to be within... it's not 4 weeks, so we're like 30 days away. Yeah, I think my money's on the 21st. And I was announcing earlier, I will actually be streaming starting around, and I'm saying around because I don't 100% know, around 12 noon Eastern time. So that would be 5 p.m. in Britain, 6 p.m. on the continent, on the 21st with the beta stream. Like, and I was having fun doing the YouTube series. I couldn't maintain that. I couldn't maintain the momentum, and then therefore that went the motivation. Like, I just could not bring myself to pick it up again. And as a result, I barely played after playing literally almost nonstop for months. Pules. Egolf off the post, gets his own rebound. Lillian Egolf restores the advantage. It's HANSA 2, Darmstadt 1. Mad. But I have pre-ordered FM26. I am very excited and ready to download as soon as it becomes available. And you can follow the link in chat if you want to and support the channel at the same time while getting an extra 5% off of the 18%. So it's 5% off of the 18%. So like you get 18% off, but it's only 22% because it's 5% off of the price that is already 18% off, which makes it 22% overall. It's weird. Unsold! 3-1 HANSA ROSTOCK as we head into added time in the first half here. Yeah, just got to use the link, click on it, and if it doesn't already show the 22%, just add the discount code CELLO. Or cello. I realized it's spelled like cello. But I'm excited. I'm also... Oh, perfect. And thank you very much for using the code. I just add that in there because I click on the link every once in a while just to make sure it works. And the funny thing was, I started to panic, so... Like, it worked the first time, and then I tried it again. Like, because I was, again, testing it out before I wanted to send it to anybody, and then it wasn't showing up. And I was contacting people. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I reached out to FM Console. I'm like, dude, because the link from the site wasn't working, but it worked out of the email. I really do too, and I've been trying to keep my expectations rather low. If you watched any of the videos I made on FM25 coming out, I was highly skeptical about a lot of the stuff that we were being told. I'm still a little skeptical about what we've seen. Especially because it still all says real game footage, not final. And I realized that Maxim Brode makes it 4. And I realized that that's kind of a necessary thing. So if they do want to tweak something before it gets released, it kind of gives them that coverage where... You know, people aren't complaining now that something doesn't look exactly like it did in the screenshots they took. But I'm hoping that what they are currently showing us works as advertised. Man. I'm hoping it's just to cover their asses. We've seen actual footage of the game. I just there's so much of it I want to see in use. And I need to get my hands on. I'm a very tactile learner. You could show me things till the cows come home, and I won't get it. However, let me play with something for a couple of days, and I'll become an expert. Well, and even the UI stuff they showed us was so basic. It was like they would show us a whole screen of the same pieces of information. It was like literally like, here's what the UI looks like, but every single section of the UI is the league table, you know? It was nothing. Now, am I fully enamored with what they have shown us so far? No. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not. I mean, I like the fact that there's stadium variety. It appears. At least I'm hoping it's variety. We've seen different stadiums. I'm hoping it's not just now these new 5 different stadium. Oh, God damn it. You know, and there's one like where the goalie makes a save where it looked like he sticks his arm out and the ball shoots out. Like, that wasn't great, to be honest with you. Some of the shots they've shown, though, some of the passes, some of the ball control, like where it looks like you can actually see the guy dip his shoulder, that's kind of cool. I like the thought of that. I'm a little... my concern was slightly renewed. Normal Bloke, thank you so very much for being here. I appreciate you. I appreciate you lurking. Thank you so very much for entrusting your community over here. I appreciate that as well. Have yourself a wonderful night, and I'm sure I will be seeing you soon. Like on the tactics screen they were showing, the one thing that did stand out to me, and maybe it's because the screen resolution, maybe it's because it's fully customizable and it just wasn't customized in the way I would use it, but there did appear to be a significant amount of dead space in that center section where, especially I think it was during the visualizer, where you could change the settings for the tactic. Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe it's not as bad as I thought. But there is the potential that there is a significant amount of unused real estate, which was probably one of the biggest complaints about, you know, the default skin to begin with. And we already know that skinning for FM26 is not something that is going to exist at release. It just can't. Now, is it possible that somebody could develop a new skin for the game during the beta period? Maybe. But it seems to me that there just isn't enough time. Like, and because it's built on, and this is what Sass was saying a year ago, because it's going to be built on the Unity engine, is it going to be as easy, and I'm putting easy in quotes, I could never do it. I tried making an adjustment once to the work the space skin, because I don't know if you've noticed, but the skin that's available and the skin version he uses has the tactic screen flip-flopped on where the team selection's on one side and the tactical screen is on the other. And I tried to replicate that, and I just could not make that happen. We're gonna lose this frickin' game. Unreal. So, but like, it's going to be much more difficult for the people who do know what they're doing to be able to create skins for FM26. Now, it seems like it's going to be possible because they did say that face packs are going to be okay, logo packs are going to be okay, things like that. Obviously, portions of the game have to be compatible as far as how file structures are going to be. I don't even know if I'm using the right terms, but I mean, if you can take a FM23 save and port it into FM26, then somewhere along the line, these things are compatible. Are they as compatible as we want them to be? I don't know that. I cannot answer that question. But with that, I'm going to go get some more coffee, get some water, My throat's starting to get all dry, and then we'll blow through the remainder of this season and be done with it. Hang tight, everyone. Thank you so very much for being here, coming back to see us, and hopefully the Phils will be able to pull this one out. But it's the 8th inning, and I am not feeling so great about it right now. Hang tight. Be back in a few. All right, so 5 matches left. We got Jan Regensburg, Fortuna Düsseldorf, and Augsburg coming up next, and we are all set, my friends, to finish off this season here in the Zweite Bundesliga by the end of the night. So we're going to blow through. Trey Turner drawing a walk. Phillies have a base runner in the bottom of the 8th. Up. Poor Leon Bromer. Don't know who he is. Not really concerned about him. So not me and everybody else out there. What should be... Now the plan is already to tackle the women's game during the beta period. But what should our regular save be for FM26? Hold a team meeting. Give it everything you have. Oh, good. You're all in the green. Love it. I'm thinking that we will definitely be, whether it's here or on YouTube, be doing our normal bottom to the top, Nick Bottom, journeyman style save. I'm thinking probably on YouTube. Which means that we need to think of something to do on stream. Do we go back to the build a nation well? Do we try to build a nation with Lithuania now that Lithuania is a playable league? I'm actually curious where Lithuania sits on the coefficient charts. And is that something that would even be possible? That's Liechtenstein. Where's Lithuania? Lithuania is, at least in this save right now, is 38th. That might be fun. I wouldn't be able to pronounce any of this. Could be interesting. Oh, base hit, Bryce Harper. Turner takes third. Runners at the corners. Phil's still trailing by 2. I think so. I think we... Oh, Ruger is officially a right back now. We'll just get him back in there. Jon Duran is in the bullpen, warming up for Philadelphia. think we played most of our last 5 matches on the road. You know what I think we could benefit from? And this is another one of those things that I hope works the way that they say it does. Dynamic mode. I think dynamic highlights mode is going to be really freaking cool. Especially on stream when we get those matches that just are out of hand. Oh, what a steal by Unsold. He's in, he shoots, and he gets it through Mazza. 15 on the season for Samuel Unsold. 3 minutes in, it is Regensburg 0, HANSA Rostock 1. And you know what I'm not used to? You know what I also hope works? I hope Kit Basher still works. I mean, obviously for this save here for Germany, we're using the original kits that are built in. So these are HANSA Rostock's kits from 2023. Essentially 3 seasons ago. But I do thoroughly enjoy making my own kits. Bases are loaded now, by the way, and Lillian Egloff has made it to his 11th of the year. I missed what happened, but the bases are loaded, and the Dodgers are making a pitching change in the bottom of the 8th. Lillian Egloff, back post header. Was that Schweider? Oh, he's got a clear lane. Why did he not take a shot? I don't know, but 9-point lead with 4 to play after this one over FC Nuremberg. 34. There are 34 matches in this season. 18 teams in the Zweite Bundesliga. Lozada can't tuck it in. Try to get a score. 86th minute. Philadelphia still with the 1-0 lead on the back of a 40th minute goal by Michael Ua getting the start over Ty Baribo in this one. And I think with a win, Philadelphia is able to win the Supporter Shield. Unsold, what are you doing? I mean, highest possession stats that we've had. Now, remember, this is the only season we actually played this particular tactic. We've been changing tactics as often as we've been changing teams. Yeah, we're at 67% in this match. Ruger in Lozada, dropping it back. Schweider into the box. Save made. Brody with the rebound. Maxim Brody. Regensburg 0. HANSA 3. Turner at third. Schwarber at second. Alec Boehm at first. Edmundo Sosa coming in the pinch hit. Phillies still trail by a score of 5-3. And 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 8th. Pitch to Sosa. Fouls that one back. Unsold. Isolated along the near sideline. Back for Landazuri. Schweider. Ahead. Lozada. Out wide. Ruger coming up from that right back position. Crosses it in. Unsold. Can't get his head on that one cleanly. Fastball missed high, 1-1. Egolf in, Malzahund almost getting the goal. Malzahund has been rather quiet recently. I thought he was much better in the beginning of the season, if my memory serves correctly. Treu back post, and Ponat gets over and makes that save. Oh, damn it. Phillies are going to lose game 1. Like, will we be seeing all of these highlights in non-dynamic mode or in dynamic mode? Anybody know where the brimful of Asha is? Although, everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. Oh, what a pass. Egolf unsold. Mazza laying out and making the save. Guys, stop. My light just does not want to stay in place. I think this match is pretty much over. So with 4 left to play, we have a 9-point lead over FC Nuremberg. And 10 points out of that playoff spot. So one more victory should do it. And I would love it, absolutely adore it if we could, please, keep a clean sheet in this one. Good job, Ponath, grabbing it. I made no changes, didn't I? Everybody's playing the full 90. This was a necessary win. Good job by Gross checking that down. Oh, no yellow card for Schweider, so he is not going to be suspended for the next one. Fantastic. And, yep, just 4 to go before our time here at HANSA ROSTOCK may be done. The boys were the bar last night. 45. 5 saves for Ponat. Our goalkeeper named man of the match. $45. 45. All right, Fortuna Dusseldorf on a Saturday. Do we share? Damn Phillies, God. I'm also very curious what the processing times are going to look like in FM26. Not that they're terrible here. Yeah, I think what the joke was, you can no longer play FM on a 17-year-old laptop. You need at least a 10-year-old laptop. Oh, we have guaranteed ourselves at least a top 3 finish. You need a smart fridge. That's a shame. There are lots of guys who are playing this on toasters. Finally, geez. Ponov on the verge of a clean sheets milestone. He will tie Daniel Hoffman if he has one more. Daniel Pools is currently a good Drittliga player. I don't even know what that guy plays. I'm not going to make a comment on it. Wow, this is a really freaking long press conference. Thank you very much. I'm done with. Although I think when all is said and done, FM26 is going to be a good game. Will it be the game we need it to be upon release? That is still to be determined. I think the learning curve on it is going to be... I think everyone's going to need... There's going to be a learning curve for everyone. I think it's going to be very interesting to see how quickly we can kind of get up to speed on the game. Like, if you played FM23, you jumped in FM24 and you're like, okay, this boom, boom, boom. Few things worked a little bit differently, but nothing was like majorly changed. This time there's, yeah, it's definitely going to be, it's going to be a jump. Let's make a couple of changes. A couple of changes for change's sake. Because if we win, great. If we don't win, we're still in the catbird seat. Near your destination, more you slip sliding away. I don't know why I'm singing along. I don't even really like this song. This is not my favorite. Final in Philadelphia, or in Chester. Should say Chester. Union 1, NYC FC 0. Meanwhile, ain't nothing going on in ROSTOCK right now. First highlight of the match coming 15 minutes in. And it's Fortuna Dusseldorf in control. Opie dropping it back to the goalkeeper. Come on, turn it over. Schaefer's going to launch it. Where it's temporarily won by Vufak, by Hirschberger coming up that right sideline. Hesitates, tries to go past his man, crosses it, looking back post, finds Mirko Karls, his 7th of the year. Dusseldorf with a 1-0 lead. That's all right. We'll come back. Ufak to Unsold. Gets through a man in the sliding tackle. Throws it into the middle. Ole Jan can't win the header. Cleared away only as far as Ruger. Ruger all around the outside. Ruger! Blocked off and out for a corner. What was Gross just doing? He was just sitting there waiting for it. So last week in my ample free time, I did finally see the new Superman movie. Or at least most of it. Oh, Lillian Egloff! Getting him past the diving Schaefer. I do have to say... No, I did fall asleep. It had nothing to do with the movie. It was just, late. So I fell asleep with, maybe half an hour left. I did see the very end. I woke back up for the very end. I do have to say, I didn't hate the guy playing Superman. I have no idea who he is. I don't even remember his name. I think it's David something. David Korn... Schaefer Schmidt or something like that, whatever it is. I did like his portrayal, but to me, he felt like he reminded me of the Christopher Reeve Superman that I grew up with. And I gotta say, I did not hate the fact that Rachel Brosnahan was Lois Lane. I like Rachel Brosnahan. I thought she was fantastic in The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Oh, I thought that was going to be a solid counterattack. Mondazari, Lizada back for Ole Girth. Malzuhund. Ruger. Ole Jan out wide. Jan still with it toward the corner. Gets around his man. Plays it into the middle. Looking for Egloff. Viking is able to clear that away. Vufak into the middle. Landazari. Ruger. Oh, can't get it past Ongen, but is able to get it back. Ruger still with it. Drop past Lazada. Girth. Out to Ruger, looking for Egloff, and this time Schaefer is able to scoop that one up. All right, here we are. Bottom of the ninth. Phillies trailing by 2. JT Realmuto at the plate. Count's already 1-2 against him. Girth, Landazuri. Girth back for Groyce. And Realmuto strikes out, 1 away. Over the top, unsold. Into the middle, Egloff. His shot's going to be blocked. Was he onside? He was. And it will lead to a HANSA Rostock corner. Which is sent in by Egloff. Malzahn drops it down. Vufak out wide. Egloff moves it past his man. Vufak. Landazuri highlight ends. And that'll do it for the first half. 1-1 at your score. Stop it. Stupid light can't sit still. Speaking of Germans, Max Kepler up. He takes a splitter, at the letters for a strike. It's 0-2. Happy with how we've dominated possession so far. 3 changes made for Dusseldorf after that first half. Unsold out wide. Vufak's got it. Kepler with the hit. He's charging in the second. Slides in. He's safe with a double. And Samuel Unsold has his 16th of the year to restore the HANSA Rostock glory. 2 unanswered goals. Mere seconds into the start of the second half. It's HANSA Rostock 2, Fortuna Dusseldorf 1, 14 seconds into the second frame. German Max Kepler with a 1-out double. Brings up Nick Castellanos, who grounded into a double play his last time up. This time it's up the middle. Shading over there is the second baseman who was going to make the play at first. He'll move the runner over the third. 2 outs now. Runner at third. Tying run coming to the plate in the form of Bryson Stott. One of my favorite Phillies, but I don't know if he's going to be able to come through in this position. The crowd is stunned. 100-mile-an-hour strike, top of the zone. 0-1. So if we are able to hang on and secure this victory, I'm back to HANSA Rostock. We will secure a promotion into the Bundesliga for next year. The 1-1 from Sasaki popped up behind third base. Max Berg makes the or whoever that guy is, and the Dodgers take game 1. Unsold. Oh, Sammy, what a header. 50th league goal of his career to make it HANSA Rostock 3, Fortuna Dusseldorf 1. And Landazuri is complacent. Let's get Nick Svider in there. Ruger's going to come out. Alan Vespa will get some playing time. Malzahn will make way for Ibrahim Kopp. No, you know what? Joshua Kvarshi. Even though I waited until the 83rd minute to make changes in this game, I still, A, made the changes. And B, don't forget, we did make 3 changes to the starting lineup for this one. Egloff. Ooh, Kvarshi almost scored. Schaefer gets a hand on it to turn that away. Unsold in. Kvarshi again. What a save by Schaefer. Yeah, this should lock top 2. Because we'll have a 9-point lead with two to play. Or 3 to play. And we'll be at worst 10 out of the playoff spot. Spider in control. 89th minute now. Grois. Girth back to Farshi. Vespa with it. Goes around the side to Jan. Great first touch. Into the box. Gets himself out of trouble. Vespa. Back for Jan. Can he take a shot with his left foot? He does. And he blasts it in to the crowd. Yeah, so even though Hertha Berlin hasn't played, if they win, they're on 57 points. So we have a 10-point lead over them with 3 to play. Oscar Hernandez with a 3-run home run to give the Dodgers the victory. Son of a bitch. Oh, my God, that almost went in, too. That one looked awfully close. This match should be over. Schaefer looks to launch it. HANSA Rostock 3, Fortuna Dusseldorf 1. And the final whistle goes. 73% possession. Now you got me wondering where we are in that. Yep, we are promoted to the Bundesliga. Woo woo! 450,000 a week and a 915,000 transfer budget. Yeah, that's pretty much what we had. So, stats. Team detailed. Where is possession? Rate, chance created, pass completion ratio. Oh, average possession, 63. It was already up there. I was so concerned about what's on, like, what I needed to select on the side. I didn't even know. Surprise, surprise, I didn't notice what was right in front of me. 63% average possession. That's pretty awesome, actually. That is not the way that we play Football Manager. Joshua Kvarshi wants a new contract. I'm ignoring him for now. Heads up about Unsold. Unsold wants a new contract. I'll give Unsold a new contract. He was fantastic for us this year. What does he want? He's currently making $7,000. He wants between 22.5 and 27 a week. Oh, he came down to 20 grand. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, he was good, but I'm thinking just for the sake of my sanity. I think for the sake of my sanity, we look for a new job. You would think it would be the other way around. Like, you would have to pay players more to entice them to join your team as a newly promoted side. We did get some more coaching staff members. September 75, I was 27 inches high. Mom said by Christmas I should have. I am not going to talk to Joshua Farshi. He can kiss my ass. Because I'm big and important. One angry dwarf. Meanwhile, I could pick up a guy like Yamash Oshalek. See, this is the other thing that drives me crazy. He's worth $350 to $7.4 million. Meanwhile, he's $2.8 to $5.8. First, she is better in the air. Elf der Volka. I know what that means now. Oh, look, Aaron Opoku. You remember him? The guy I couldn't get rid of. I kept trying to get rid of him. None of these guys are important enough to me. Let's look at our manager profile for a moment, shall we? And we got a decent... We're 3.5-star reputation now. I don't know if that's like up from before, but we were the Austrian manager of the year. Then we got hired by HANSA Rostock. We are probably going to be the... Oh, we were the runner-up. We'll probably be manager of the year in the Zweite Bundesliga. God, remember we started in frickin' Luxembourg? No, we did. We started in Hungary. This doesn't even go all the way. Wait, what happened? Did I turn off Hungary? Is that why? I remember we started deep in the Hungarian leagues. Then we moved to Luxembourg. Came in a disappointing second. We really should have won that league. No, Hungary's still playable. Oh, just the one league, though. We used to have the other leagues down below. Well, that's stupid. But then we went to Diagoras in the third tier of Greece. We stayed there until we got them up to the top flight before we moved to OFI Crete. And then we jumped ship when we got the opportunity to manage at Rio Ave in Liga Portugal. And we stayed there for a year plus while managing Puerto Rico. And then we got the job in Morocco. Then we went to the Admiral Bundesliga in Österreich at Admiral Wacker before coming to the Zweite Bundesliga and Hansa Rostock. Now, Ponath wants in it. What do you want? That's not as terrible for a starting goalkeeper. Well, because they're like, oh, Bundesliga, you can afford it now. Putting everybody off to the end of the season. Ah, woohoo! And then Ponath got injured, only for 1 to 3 days, though. Will he be available for the Augsburg match? Who knows? We'll find out. Yeah, that's why I've already made the decision that we're as much as the original. I think the original intention was to kind of backdoor our way into a top 5 league by doing this, by coming to the Zweite Bundesliga and then gaining promotion, and then all of a sudden managing a Bundesliga side. But yeah, with the new game just a couple of weeks away, and who knows how often we'll be able to stream between now and the new game coming out, or at least the beta being released. Woohoo! But yeah, having the entire team going, oh yeah, you should give me more money now. Like, why? You did nothing to earn it. I mean, they kind of did, but... like, my budget did not go up by 300%. My budget didn't triple, so all of my wages can't triple. Oh, and we're definitely going to go to the shorter key highlights. Thank you. Yeah, but I don't need this aggravation of managing the salaries moving forward. Oh, we have officially won the Zweite Bundesliga. The board are ecstatic with the win. But I don't think this team is anywhere remotely close to taking on the likes of Leverkusen or Bayern. I don't even know if they could take on like Wolfsburg or Gladbach. All right, Ponath should be fine. All right, made some changes to the lineup because we can. Because it doesn't matter whether we win or lose. We are champs. But that also means because we won it off camera or on an off day that there will be no trophy lift for HANSA Rostock. Which is a shame. It could have been our final trophy lift of FM24, and we have been denied the pleasure. What the? Somebody just absolutely killed our goalkeeper. God, I haven't heard this song in forever. Off of the Graceland album. This joint is like 40 years old now. Now I remember why I put it on extended highlights, so at least we get something to do. Although, I mean, in FM26 we'll at least have the 2D version, so we'll see a bit of what's happening. All the highlights of this match have not been for us. Cornel Costashi, scoring his first goal of the season in match week 32. Because, of course. This is what happens when you try to make too many changes at once. And we got Malzahun playing DM. Lazada's there. Oli Girth is in. Ariza's in. What the hell, guys? This is like the exact opposite of what I was hoping from this match. Team heard they weren't getting raises, so they stopped caring. Jump shot, it's everybody's jump stop. Let's make some changes. I'm not ready to berate with all of the messing around I just did. No, they're like, well, wait, no trophy lift? Like, we just have, like, the trophy sitting there? Like, we didn't even get to raise it in front of our fans and have a good time? And screw this. Gotta get my berates in while I can. There we go. You're right. I totally forgot that the shouts are gone for FM26. Oh, wait, we do have a trophy lift. We lose 2-0, we still get our trophy lift. Well, all right. I literally berated the team just a couple of minutes before this. I don't even remember who the captain is. Oh, God, I really do hope they improve this, though. I mean, these are fun, but, like, you got, like, the Donald Trump-looking guy, like, with the... They got to improve that. All right, HANSA Rostock, winners of the Zweite Bundesliga. Words can't express how angry I am at you right now. Oh, I love this game. All right, we're going to limp towards the end of the season here. Hopefully we win the league by more than just the 1 point. We run the risk of it only being 1 point. But we have led most of the way. Now face west. I'm like, who is that guy? Under 19s. The good thing about FM26 is it is going to force, I feel like it's going to force a player such as myself to be a little more methodical with how certain things are done. Is that a good way to put it? Now face west. You believe it when you see it. I mean, hell, it may just be a simple matter of the, I don't know where this is. Trees would be falling. Now face north. Sorry, I'm looking for something. My intention is to be better. If that actually comes to fruition or not does remain to be seen. I recognize that. I accept that as I own that criticism. But then again, would it be as entertaining for you if I were? I mean, if we're being perfectly honest, I feel like your enjoyment would diminish. Exactly. That's why people tune in. It is definitely not my football manager prowess. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah. No, no punishment, no punishment, no lies. No, I don't care about Hamburger SV. Riding on his horse, the sun has gone down and the moon has come up. And long ago somebody left with the cup, but he's driving and driving and hugging the turns and hoping for someone for whom he still burns. Well, he's going the distance. He's going for speed. Yeah, yes. Better. But it's still really not my strong suit. We both know that. I'm a little better with tactics themselves, but maybe not still getting like the right tactic for the team. Sometimes, yes. And I think that's one of the things that separates, you know, what I have done on stream and what I've done off stream is that I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm better at creating tactics while live on stream than I am in a vacuum. Because in a vacuum, especially when I was doing the Elversberg, was it the Elversberg series? Yeah, the Elversberg, where I was basically recording it live. You know, I wasn't doing edits. So, like, what happened in 15 minutes, you know, I was taking 15 minutes to do. So I felt like I was kind of like under the gun when I would be evaluating a new team. So I wouldn't necessarily give it the amount of time that was required. So I think on stream I'm able to be a little more analytical. Come on, Ole. And yes, having a talented director of football to help guide me through the process certainly does not hurt. Penalty. Oh. So where do we go next? Kamara blasted one in for his second goal of the year. Like, absolutely blasted one in. And now Omberg with the chance to go. Did really the changes that I've made to the personnel, just giving guys minutes, is really having this negative effect? Why is Ponov sucking all of a sudden? Is it that we went to... I mean, is it the fact that we went to the key highlights instead, so we're not seeing... Like, the team literally isn't it. What the fuck is this now? Oh, it's a Savannah. They're ready for vacation. Well, they ain't ready for the Bundesliga, that's for sure. I think this is Savannah Bananas baseball now. You're letting yourselves down. This is not good enough. I have paraded them once again. Come on, win it back. Win it back. There you go. Oh, and it's Joshua Kvarshi. In for Arize. Arize is shot blocked. Guys, you're killing me, Smalls. Ingelson's injured. Arize. Oh, for fuck's sake. All right, we're bringing Landazuri back in. We're berating again. Pause. Ruger, go back. Spider. Lillian Egloff come in. Brody come out. Unsold is in. Hey, no, that's them. Shit. Yeah, hopefully Schmeiler is offside. Yeah, I'm doing it. I can't watch anymore. I already made all my subs, so. All right, I think for the final match of the season, we need to go back to the lineup we had. Absolutely must go back to the lineup we had. So let's do that now, shall we? Boom. Ruger goes there. Lozada is there. Mondazari, Spider, Lillian Egloff in the middle. Unsold and Flippity Flop. Tobias Roschel. Wasn't he supposed to like start the season for us? Like, these things are coming back. Didn't he like start and then we replaced him because he got injured or something? What on earth? Now, the thing is, do we end stream by resigning our position? Or do we wait to find out if we were named manager of the year? Tell you what, we're gonna play Kaiserslautern, and then we'll leave it for next time, assuming there is a next time. Nah, we might as well play it live. It's going to be the last thing we do, so. I'm essentially vacationing. I mean, I'm literally just hitting continue, so. But we're going back to our original lineup. Two offers have been made for Andreas Schmunk. I mean, his contract expires. He's playing on the B team. Fine. Just what do I care? See, I wouldn't have had the pleasure to say, fine, what do I care, if I had been vacationing. So you're welcome. And we may have to play the match without Lillian Egloff. No idea what song that is. All right, wrapping up the season against Kaiserslautern. It's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. I do also have to be up very early tomorrow morning. I have somewhere I have to be at 7:30. Got a charity car show I'm helping. Well, I'm not really running it, but I run the organization that's running the car show. One of the many, many things that I am doing when I'm not hanging out with you guys. And really, my whole goal is to not completely run myself down in all aspects of my life. I've got a lot of things going on, of which this is one. I'm trying to balance them all to the best of my ability. We are going to stick with this, except we'll start Ole Jan as our DLF. I don't want Egloff starting this match. Not with the injury. Although, I mean, what are we saving him for? But we literally in the last 2 weeks have almost doubled our losses on the season. We're going up against the 4-4 flipping 2. I've done a pretty good job. Have I cursed at all tonight? I don't feel like I have. Lozada almost, but Kral able to make the save. Drops it. Boots it. Malzahund wins it back before turning it over to Savage. Out wide, Stierlin. Looking back post. He finds Berg, and Jesper Berg, his 15th of the year, puts Kaiserslautern up 1-0. Less than 3 minutes into the match. He just absolutely lost them. I mean, he just split Ruger and Malzahund. Unbelievable. Malzahund turns it over. Walter across, wide open. Robin Stierlin. First goal of the year. You've got to be kidding me. And we're already down 2-0 on the road, less than 6 minutes into the match. Still with 59% possession, though, which is below our season average. Schreider, Landazuri, Puels. We just need to score. We have not scored a goal in the last 2 matches. Puels, Landazuri, cutting through is Unsold, and Sammy Unsold scores his 18th of the year to bring us back within 1. It is Kaiserslautern 2, HANSA Rostock 1. Finally back on the board. I mean, we're still going to win the league by a minimum of 5 points, so I don't feel as bad. Oh, no, he was outside of the box. He was outside of the box. No foul. No foul. No foul. I wish this part didn't take forever. I hope they fix this in FM26. Where you can like opt out of the VAR wait. Just give me an instant decision. Like, the game already knows what the decision is going to be. Oh, good ball around the side. Unsold cutting it into his right. He's got his 19th. He's got his brace. And 20 minutes in, we have tied it up at 2. See, now we need a come from behind victory to seal the season. Terrible throw-in. How did he miss that? Literally just like right on the doorstep. I forgot St. Pauli was in this league. Stierling, good clear up to Bulis. Cross to Walter. Walter into the box, into the middle. Cleared by Groys. Headed further away by Ole Jan, but Savage back in control for Kaiserslautern. Played over the top. Berg's got it. Gets away from one man, squares it. Groys clears again. Ole Jan up to Brody. Counterattack is on. Brody's got it. Now they're getting a lot of men back, but Brody's still in control. Up that left side, Brody into the box. Drops it back. Landazuri, quick touch off of the post. He beats Kral, but can't beat the woodwork. Pretty good second half of that first half. Can we still get one in the remaining stoppage time here in the first half? Jan getting it free to Brody. Lozada, 1-2 with Brody, and he puts it wide. 2-2 your score after 45. And the final 45 minutes of regulation play in the Zweite Bundesliga season is upon us. And Kaiserslautern almost off of the corner, putting themselves back up in this match. We trailed 2-0 just 5 minutes and 50 seconds in. But since then, it has been mostly all HANSA Rostock. We've come back to tie it. But once again, a highlight in favor of the home team, Kaiserslautern. Rigolet held up. That was outside of the box. That was outside of the box. This is going to be the second no penalty call of the game. Foul, yes. Penalty, no. And it is looking like at the very least, unless things change between Hamburg and Hertha, that we are going to still win the league by 6 points. Ehlers getting it started. Hirljainen back to Ehlers. Rigolet. Ehlers. Picked off by Landazuri. He's got Brody charging through the defense. Brody with a shot, and Kral able to make that save. So let's make some changes. We're going to, at the very least, we're going to be playing with the Everton women for the beta. Where we go from there, I'm not certain. That decision has not yet been made. But welcome back. Good to see you again. Come on, guys. Let's win this last one, okay? Brody and Malzahund. Inside for Schweider. Cross Landazuri. Challenged, but he gets it free to Malzahund. Ruger, Pikelme, which, what are you planning on for your FM26 save? Played in Bulgaria or Greece? I've not played in Bulgaria. We did play in Greece in this save. Our third team was with Diagoras, who were in the third tier of Greece. We got them all the way up to the top flight before we jumped ship. And joined OFI in Crete. Still in the Greek league. Oh, Kiki Top. His 13th of the year. I'm thinking there's a possibility, because there is, it was on Sorted Out SI today. I retweeted it. It looks like Lithuania. Lithuania is going to be a playable league. And right now in this save, the 38th, might do a build a nation with Lithuania. I know nothing about them. It might be an interesting place to start. And we lost the final match of the season 3-2. Oh, that's okay. It's fine. Could have been much worse. But we did drop the final 3 matches of the season. But we still won. Top of the table on 67 points. If you have not yet ordered FM26, you can using my coupon code. I'm saying this before we head out. Save yourselves an additional 5% over the 18% that you're already saving over Steam. Take care of that at fanatical.com. They have very graciously allowed me to have a coupon code to pass on to you guys. Thank you, everyone, for joining me tonight. I really do appreciate it. I wish that things were a little bit better at the end, but we still won. We still raised the title as champions of the Zweite Bundesliga. Unsold was player of the match with another brace. 18.26 million for winning the second tier. 18.26 million. Andreas Schmuck can go. We're done with HANSA Rostock. Where are we going to move on to? Well, you're just going to tune in next time to find out, assuming that they don't drop the beta between now and then. Not going to promise when we're going to be back, but we are going to be back at some point. Got to look at the schedule for the next couple of days. Who can we raid? Is there anybody? You know what? Let's so these probably got to be. I mean, he's been up for 6 hours already. Yeah, we're gonna raid Frodank Baggies. We have raided him in the past. It's back to the same issue. Who do you raid at whatever time of night? So, thank you everyone for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you very much. Not me for the 17 months, and use the code, and I will catch you next time. Everyone who popped in on YouTube, also thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. Have a wonderful time, my friends. I will catch you next time. Until then, bye-bye.